Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are here to announce the winners of the April 2025 PleinAir Salon Awards. These awards were judged by J. Ben Whiteside of the Red Piano Gallery. But before we get to the awards, I like to talk a little bit about what the PleinAir Salon is for anyone that is watching that is new and doesn't know what we do. To begin with, we are an online competition. This is online only. There's no exhibition, there's no shipping, and it's monthly. So there are cash prizes every month, and we have new judges every month. And we have a mix of judges, which I'll get to in a minute. We have 19 categories to enter, and this is not specifically a plein air competition. We have PleinAir Salon in our name because we were created by PleinAir magazine. But this competition is open to any style of painting, any medium. We've got plein air, we've got figure, we've got nocturne, so all kinds of things. So there's a variety of options for you to enter. Like I said, we have different judges every month. We use master artists, we have gallery owners and museum curators and directors. So a variety of judges are going to be looking at your artwork. Like I said, this is a monthly competition with monthly cash prizes, and we award over $2,000 every month. And this year we have 11 months instead of 12. February and March will be combined so that we have a little bit more time to process for our annual competition, which I'll mention in a minute. So this means we'll have 231 winners each year, which is over $24,000 in monthly cash prizes. Our monthly winners go on to be included in the judging for our annual competition, which is held in May, and we award over $26,000 in cash prizes. And we actually just announced our grand prize winner last week at the PleinAir convention, and it was Kyle Ma. So congratulations, Kyle. The grand prize winner receives a $15,000 cash prize and the cover of PleinAir magazine. So this is what the upcoming cover of the August-September issue of PleinAir will look like with Kyle's painting. So in total, we award over $50,000 in all cash prizes for this competition. And this is a picture of Kyle, myself, and Eric Rhodes on stage at the convention. He is receiving his big check and his award. This is a lot of fun. The first time I saw Kyle Ma, he was a teenager. I don't even know if he was a teenager. He might have been younger, but it was the fourth PleinAir convention in Monterey. Eric had brought him up on stage. He was a young painter, and they auctioned off one of his paintings. So very cool to kind of see that come around and him win this year. He is our youngest ever winner of the PleinAir Salon. So that was really cool. So that is what the PleinAir Salon is. And just a little bit of background about us. And so I want to get to our awards next. And our awards judge for April was J. Ben Whiteside. He is the owner of the Red Piano Gallery, which has been around forever and ever, and he is the most recent owner. So thank you to Ben for judging these awards for us. So let's get to our awards for this evening. The first one is Honorable Mention Awards. We have one of these for each of our categories, and they receive a showcase in the digital edition of PleinAir magazine. They're included in our awards galleries on our various websites, and they also get exposure through our newsletters and social media platforms. Our first honorable mention is for Animals and Birds, and this award goes to John Giuseppe for Strike a Pose White Ibis. Artist over 65 honorable mention goes to Lee Rusin for Hunter's Paws. Artist under 40 honorable mention goes to Nikki Giles for Cumulonimbus Lullaby. Building honorable mention goes to Ramona Youngquist for Winter. Clouds and Sky honorable mention goes to Sujit Sudhi for Looming Large. Drawing honorable mention goes to Aaron Coberly for Back Drawing. Figure and Portrait honorable mention goes to Jonathan Gladding for After Assembly 2. Floral honorable mention goes to Pat Fiorello, Rose Harmony 2. Landscape honorable mention goes to Jane Hunt for Autumn Aspens. Nocturne honorable mention goes to Jill McGannon for Enchanted. Plein Air Acrylic and Gouache honorable mention goes to John Gaddis, the Ashland Garden Club. Plein Air Landscape honorable mention is Kathleen Kalinowski for Poppy Field in June. Plein Air Oil honorable mention goes to Oleg Ulitsky for Fishing Boats in America. Sorry, that was Fishing Boats in Astoria. PleinAir Pastel, honorable mention, goes to Margaret Laurelham for Community Garden Delight. PleinAir Watercolor, honorable mention, goes to Jeff Steiner for Rainy Ride. Still Life, honorable mention, goes to Mary Hubley for Tea Time. Vehicle, honorable mention, also goes to Mary Hubley for Fishing Story. Water, honorable mention, goes to Matthew Cutter, Forces of Nature. And finally, Western honorable mention goes to Bill Farnsworth for Being There. Congratulations to all of our honorable mention recipients. And next are the category awards. These artists each receive a $50 cash prize, a showcase in PleinAir magazine. They are also in the awards galleries on our various websites. They're also eligible for editorial coverage in our newsletters and exposure through our various social media platforms, as well as entered into the annual competition. And first award is Best Animals and Birds. This goes to Rosanna Gadoni from the Netherlands for I See You. Best Artist over 65 goes to J.M. Broderick for Floating on the Horizon. Best Artist under 40, Daniel Keys, Camellias and Antique Tea Tin. Best Building goes to Ramona Youngquist for Cottage at Dusk. Best Clouds and Sky goes to Jill McGannon for Sublime Glow. Best Drawing goes to Annie Murphy Robinson for Origin. Best Figure and Portrait goes to Tony Armendariz for Petra. Best Floral goes to Hope Rays for Blue and Purple Hydrangea. Best Landscape goes to Ramona Youngquist on A Summer's Stroll. Best Nocturne goes to James Fleeson for Red Barchetta. Best PleinAir Acrylic and Gouache, Jenna Hobbs for Full Bloom. Best PleinAir Landscape, Ramona Youngquist for Farm Garden. Best PleinAir Oil, Kathleen Kalinowski for Garden Gone Wild. Best PleinAir Pastel goes to Pamela Douglas for Homestead. Best PleinAir Watercolor goes to Zhao Xiangxu from China for In Full Bloom. Best Still Life goes to Laura Restelli for Jaspers in Jar. Best Vehicle goes to Tim Horn for Soul Surfer. Best Water goes to Mark Daly for A Brisk Breeze. And finally, Best Western goes to John Misner for Riding Flank. Congratulations to all of our category award winners. You'll be able to see those as well as our honorable mentions in the August-September issue of PleinAir magazine. Next, we have our third place and all of our overall awards. But before I get to that, I want to mention our judging. For those of you who are not aware, we use a blind judging system for the PleinAir Salon, which means the only thing the judges see are the painting, the medium, the title, things like that. They don't see who the artists are. We don't give them that information. So everything is based on, the criteria. Did you meet the criteria for the category? Your painting composition and brushwork, things like that. So with that, I want to get to our final awards. Third place overall, this artist receives a $300 cash prize. And the winner is Wendy Zlamal, We Could Be Heroes. Congratulations, Wendy. I love this little guy. This is what J. Ben Whiteside had to say about your painting. A superhero in the form of just being a kid. I really liked how this painting has the kid standing in front of a blackboard with a house, sunshine, and clouds. Show and tell from back in elementary school. Love it. Congratulations, Wendy. Our second place overall award, this artist receives a $400 cash prize. And the winner is Kay Henderson for the making of a cowboy. Congratulations to Kay Henderson. Look at that little face. Who does not love the nostalgic feeling of this painting featuring Howdy Doody? A bit of Western and cowboy thrown in brings me back to a simpler time. Nice composition and professionally executed. Well done. Congratulations to Kay Henderson. And finally, our last award of the evening is for first place overall, and this artist receives a $600 cash prize. And the award goes to Daniel Keys for Summertime. Congratulations to Daniel. To me, the artist typically presents the florals within their natural environment, usually a detail of flowers in the field as opposed to a vista. I really enjoyed seeing his work in this collection and consider this artist to be one of the best of his generation. Congratulations once again to Daniel and to all of our award winners for this evening. As I said, you'll be able to see them in the August-September issue of PleinAir Magazine, as well as the June-July issue of Fine Art Connoisseur. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And don't forget that we still have a few more days left in our, sorry, I just lost my train of thought, in our May competition, which is going to be judged by Dave Santillanes. If you don't know him, he is an award-winning artist. He's awesome. And he was also our 9th annual grand prize winner for the PleinAir Salon. So be sure to check that out, PleinAirSalon.com, and be sure to enter by Saturday. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.